looking fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
Joining us now via phone is a new Super Bowl champion. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the University of Washington for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, standing at 6'4", 346 pounds. When he came back to the Super Bowl, they didn't just say, like, hey, our best D lineman's coming back. A lot of people out of Tampa said, hey, our best football player is coming back healthy. He goes on to win a Super Bowl. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, Tavita Tuliakiono Tuipulotu Moses Vahe Fahoko Folatau Veya. Oos, I nailed that, Oos, huh?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Hey, how often do you, now, Vita Vea, much easier to say, obviously, for the common dumb white out here, but how often do you utilize this entire name? Is it ever used? Does the family use it, or is this thing just on paper only and on Wikipedia?
This is on paper. My mom uses it though. She like if it's like a big family gathering, she like say my full name. She say who I'm named after, and just pay homage to my ancestors and stuff like that.
So is that what the name is? Is this name ancestors' names kind of all put together here for a tribute?
Yeah, I basically named a whole bunch of people in my family, and just like a bunch of people that was like respected in our family and our community. So basically, I got a lot to live up to.
Well, you're on your way. Congratulations. Shout out, by the way. Shout out. Shout out. All. Can you run through that one time just so I hear what it sounds like?
When you said that?
Yeah.
Say, no, normally I don't say this for people. I got you.
Whoa. I appreciate you doing that, man. That means, hey, shout out, dude. Hey, we appreciate that, man. That means a lot. What is the full run, though?
I said, Tevita Tuliakiono Tuipulotu Moses Vahe Fahoko Folatau Veya.
Yeah, I wish that was my name. I wish that was my name so much. I do. I absolutely love the culture. I love everything. I appreciate and love the fact that you're joining us and that you said that, your entire name for us. Let's talk about it. You're a Super Bowl champ. Now, has the hangover from the boat worn off? How do we feel right now? How's the body? What's the off season going to be like?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think like 4 days after the 4 or 5 days after the Super Bowl, I probably had like 6 hours of sleep between those days, and then after that, like this whole past week, I've just been sleeping all day, trying to catch up and rejuvenate. I'm in need of I got to go into a facility, probably get an IV.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you want a Super Bowl. I mean, those are things you got to do these days. You get back healthy for the Super Bowl, and everybody's talking about how big the deal was on the inside. Obviously, AQ Shipley's a friend of ours, but a lot of the coaching staff as well. And whenever you came back healthy, a week in advance, everybody was like, hey, he's going to be full go. He's going to be full go or whatever. I talked to a couple of my friends down there, and I was like, how are you guys going to stop Patrick Mahomes, though? Like, hey, I love what you guys got going on. Okay, I love the team. I love the idea. But Patrick Mahomes and that team, they've been telling the world, basically, whenever we want to turn it on, we can. And everybody I talked to, they're like, hey, listen. This defensive line we have has heard that from everybody. Okay, they've heard that Patrick Mahomes can turn us on anytime. And our best football player is coming back in Vita Vea. That D-line, you guys, alongside obviously Shaq and Pierre-Paul and Sue and numerous others that I probably forget in that room. But you guys obviously heard that team could turn it on whenever, and you guys just decided you were going to take over the game from jump. When was the decision like, okay, we are going to dominate this entire game up front?
I think first of all, it's just we got pay homage to Todd Bowles and the coaching staff. I think they did a really good job of putting up a scheme together for us to be successful out there. And I think at first we thought we were going to be in a little dogfight, at the beginning, and then everything just started clicking. and we all started working together. And even talking to some of the practice squad players after the game, they were like talking to us after the game. They were like, I've never seen this defense before. Like you guys came out of nowhere, and I think it's just everything clicked. We all worked together, and then the game plan was just perfect for us. And they really couldn't do anything. And Todd Bowles had a perfect plan to put them in check.
Ndamukong Suh is a man whose name, is obviously massive in the football world. He went and got paid.
Oh, we call him Big Girl over here.
What do you call him?
We call him Big Girl.
Okay, I'm not going to call him that, okay? I'm not going to do that, all right? That seems like something. Why do you call him Big Girl? When did that start?
It started last year. We were just walking on the field, and just Sue has like, how girls, they like say I got a resting bitch face or whatever. No, you never heard a girl say that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so Sue has like it's not a resting bitch face. It's like he just always got a mean mug.
Yes.
He always looks mad for some reason, but he's not. And one time we were walking to the indoor facility to our walkthrough, and he was just looking mad, just having a bad day. And I was just looking at him. I was like, this dude looks like a big girl. He's mad right now. And I was like across the field, and I was just yelling out, "Hey, big girl, big girl!" And he looked like he kept getting mad, and he was just like he couldn't help it. He started laughing at the end, but he ended up coming up to me. He said one of his good friends in the off season started calling him big girl, and he said that's why he was like a little upset about it, because he was like, how'd you know about that?
Okay, so two different parts of Ndamukong Suh's life now refer to him for the same thing, which is because he looks like he is inevitably the pissed off lady at a situation, but he also has some things in his past, right? He steps on people, known to be a ferocious player, dominant football player. He takes the payday down in Miami for like 100-some million. Then he goes to LA, then he comes to Tampa, finally gets a Super Bowl, but the way he played and kicked that thing up, and he said he's not done yet either. It looked like it was maybe the best we've seen of Big Girl for his entire career there. How have you? Again, I'm gonna get my fucking ass kicked. All right. Firstly,
he's not gonna take it out on you. He's gonna take it out on me.
Well, better you than me.
I got everybody at the facility calling him Big Girl. Everyone just say Big Girl now. And then on Christmas, we did like a little Secret Santa thing for like our D-line group. And Sue had me, and he got me like these little cardboard cutouts of Respucia with my face on there. I got something though. I got something for him.
Well, okay. He said he's not going to retire, so he's planning on running it back. That's kind of the mindset of that entire locker room almost. And you said everything just started kind of clicking there at the end. I talked to Clyde Christensen. He said if you guys had 8 more weeks, your team would still only get better and better because of how young and fresh everything was.
Dots.
What is it going to be like trying to keep that entire locker room, trying to keep Big Girl around, for instance?
I've been talking to him every now and then, and just telling them, just asking them like, we need you back. You gotta come back so we could, try to do this thing again. And he's definitely talking about it. He has 2 twins on the way, so I think he's definitely thinking about his career. And so I don't know. We'll see what he decides, but if he does come back, it'd be a plus for us to have something like him around, not only to learn from, but, something to play next to, take them double teams off me.
Yeah, it's nice to have another guy in there. You're listed 6'4", 346, 347. Is that all year, or is that playing weight?
That's playing weight. It fluctuates during the season. Obviously out here, like, you lose 10 pounds after practice just because of heat. So like I may lose a couple pounds throughout the season, and then put it back on in the off season.
What will you get up to? What is the highest you've got up to, you think, if you had to guess? You know what I mean?
The highest I'd probably say like 350, 355, and then once I start cardio, I start shitting it off.
What do you do workout-wise? Is it mass? Do you do Olympic lifts? What is the workout for? Because a nose tackle, right, you're just eating. You're just eating humans. So your job is literally, now you're an incredible athlete. You can move and everything like that. But a majority of the time, you're just eating humans, right? That's kind of what you're so Shaq, P, and White and everybody, David and everybody can eat. What is your workout? Do you have a workout regimen, or is this just natural that you're just strong as fuck oos that just shows up? Like what is the protocol of the whole thing?
Nah, it's just a normal workout for me, I guess. I've been, every year I think I've trained at a new spot throughout my years in the NFL. So it hasn't been anything too crazy. It's been probably a mixture of everything, with like power lifts, Olympic style lifting, a lot of plyometric type of stuff. Really, keep my strength up at the same time. So just a lot of normal power lifts that I do.
What'd you do if you fucking saw that right there? What would you do? Huh? You go the other way.
Huh?
You'd probably go pick somebody else to go after if you saw that right there.
I probably would have jumped off sides before the ball snapped.
Yeah. So scared, you know what I mean? So scared in that thing. How do you do it? How do you do it, by the way? You just have to watch the ball, and how is that even possible, especially with the no fans? Because we talked to Aaron, and you guys did a great job against Aaron early in the season, obviously, and you guys beat him in Lambeau or whatever. But we watched through the year how an away quarterback, because there's no fans, was able to use his inflection. I mean, Aaron was taking advantage of it. Pat was taking advantage of it. A lot of people are being able to take advantage of it. As a defensive lineman, that's you, is what they're trying to get, by the way. And whenever you're standing right over the ball, and the quarterback is like less than a foot away, how do you just block that out? Like, do you just have to naturally block that out, or do you get like a tendency on their cadence, like the way they say things, or are you looking potentially at the hands on the ass? Maybe that's giving away things. Is there something that I don't know? No, or is it just naturally you have to be disciplined with the sounds?
I think sometimes it comes naturally. Sometimes, like, even I'll sit back even today and think about it, like, dang. There'll be plays like I just jumped off the ball and I'm like, dang, that could have been a hard count. I would have jumped off sides. But I think a lot of it is just they get us a lot in practice. They implement a lot of hard counts throughout the week in practice. And I think we get used to it. And then once you get to the game and you start to get a feel for it, you can tell in their voice that the ball is not going to get sacked. I know sometimes edge rushers, they look at the play clock, and that's how they time their snap count. But a lot of times for me, it's easier for me because I'm right in front of the center. So I just when the ball moves, I have to move. Or if you're further out from the ball, you go off movement. So if they move, then you move.
Any assholes out there? Or are you the asshole?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Are you the guy like, hey, this is gonna be a long day? Like, hey, whistle, pal. You better bring it. Or is there an understanding in the middle there where it's like, at any given moment, our shit could get taken out from underneath us here? Or are you gonna push it to the end of the whistle blows and that type of thing?
It depends. Honestly, for me, I think it depends if what they do. Like most of the time I'm doing my job, and I'm being aggressive out there and trying to move guys around. And then I think most of the time the way I handle it is I think of myself as like the Joker, how he laughs. Batman punches him in the face and he laughs, and it's just like if I'm getting double teamed. Yeah, during the play. You have to look like an absolute psychopath. Oh my God. Oh, that is beautiful. Or something like that happens if I get pushed from the back or like blindsided or something, I'll get up and just start laughing and just laugh in their face, something like that. They got that crazy motherfucker. Yeah, I almost took his ACL out. The guy was laughing in my face.
Didn't even care.
What do you got, Connor?
Vita, you caught a touchdown pass when Jameis was the quarterback. Are you going to ask Tom to put in a little play for you to get you in the end zone?
It's a little different me going up to them.
Hey, how's it going, Tom? Vita Vea. nose tackle. I was wondering, red zone, maybe we start feeding me a little bit? Could you imagine if you walked over? That'd be incredible. You're a fullback, though. Aren't you in a package or two for him?
Yeah, I've been doing fullback plays, just blocking, that type of stuff. That I didn't realize how hard, blocking, especially like up at the line of scrimmage. Like normally, like the first time I played the offensive snap was last year, and here I'm lined up, and I was like, I'm over here sitting in my stats like, oh shit, I don't know the snap count. I'm over here, I don't know the snap count. I'm like looking around, and all I see is Terrell Suggs in front of me like this, like looking at the ball, and I was like, I can't even see the ball. I don't know the snap count, and I was like, what the hell's about to go on? I was over here I was like, yeah, this thing's harder than I expected. I thought I just got to go out there and block somebody.
Did you just hold? You just did what every offensive lineman does, just hold him?
I kind of like gave him a little nudge, and then a little nudge, and he kind of, that play made it on Good Morning Football.
Oh, you buried him.
No, I didn't bury. I don't want to get into all that.
Well,
hey, kind of. You should. It seems like. Hey.
I didn't bury. I just kind of. I kind of knocked him off balance a little bit.
Oh, okay. So I think maybe you do take that particular tape in there though to Tom, and you say, "Listen, I've already mastered the blocking. I can block. Okay, I know the snap count now. It's a whole fucking new game. Maybe go ahead and let me eat a little bit. Go ahead and get the guy the ball, hand it off even."
But it was a lucky play. Like if that was the role reversed, it probably would have happened to me too. Like I probably would have been on the ground and knocked over off balance.
You have any sweet moves you use in there on the interior line? You do any got any sweet moves in there?
I got a nice little spin move that I do. It's kind of scary though. More like when you're in the closer to the ball, like when you're head up in the center, it's kind of a little bit more scary because the guards come down to help. So if like I'm doing a spin and right when I spin around, the guards come down, they can blow me up. So it's just like you gotta know, and you gotta like try to hear their protection. And if they're sliding this way, whatever way they're sliding, then you know, like, oh, I can hit it, or stuff like that.
Are you listening to them, especially now with the no crowd noise, even more so than anybody else? Was there any easy tells that you were able to get? Not that anything's easy in defensive line, but were you able to pay attention to hear, like, okay, who's sliding, who needs help, potentially anything like that this year more so than any other years because of the crowd?
Yeah, a lot of times it was like easier, like especially like snap count cadences. Like you could hear like our first game versus Saints, it was like weird as hell. And coming out, we were like, this feels like we got a scrimmage going on. Like we came out like normally, you know how it is. Normally you run out the tunnel and you got a whole bunch of like fans screaming this and that. Especially in New Orleans, we ran out and there was just nobody anywhere, and we were listening, and you could just hear music. And they said there was going to be crowd noise, and there was no crowd noise at all. And you just hear Drew Brees yelling and all that. You can hear him say snap count.
Did you hear what he said? Did he tell Jameis this is your team now? Did you hear what he said?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear him after you guys beat him in the playoffs? He was screaming at Jameis, and we think he said, "This is your team now." Did you hear him say that after that playoff game? Did you hear that?
I saw that. That was against us, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was wondering, because you were potentially on the field. I don't know how loud Drew was screaming at to Jameis. You know what I mean?
He was. I seen it. I wasn't playing that game. I was at home watching on TV, and I seen it. They kept replaying, and I seen it, and it sounded like he said that. But
what happened? When got injured? What happened?
It was just basically I was going out for a tackle.
Let's go.
We were going out for a tackle at the same time, and me and him were getting a little argument before the game, so he wanted to take me out.
It's good locker room.
No, I'm just playing. It was just football. Stuff happens like that in football. It's just wrong place at the wrong time. We were both there at the same time to get the tackle. I was lower than he was, and by the time we made the tackle, he landed on top of me, but he landed on my leg. It happens.
Hey, low man wins. In this particular case, you lost. Can't thank you enough for joining us, Vita. You're the best, man. Enjoy the off season, will you?
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Tampa home? Is that where you stay all off season?
Yeah, I'm out here in Tampa. I gotta stay acclimated to this weather.
Smart. Hey, good strategy. Got to stay in Tampa because the humidity and everything. You know what I mean. Need to let the body stay down there.
It killed me my rookie year. Like my first practice, I came out there. And I was over there, I thought I was out of shape because like the humidity. And then one day we went in practice in the indoor, and I was just running around everywhere. But it was like the first day of practice in OTAs. I walk outside and I was just drenched in sweat. And I look at one of the DBs, and this dude got a fat ass like dip in his mouth. And I was like, I can't even breathe. How do you run around like that?
Just puking immediately day one. A lot of big girl looks, I assume, day one in Tampa, by the way. There's probably a lot of hands on hips, a lot of deep breathing. It's always good during training camp. Now, for me, I never had to do anything, but you look down with the big boys, you know, second day of training camp. A lot of arms firmly into hips, back bend. Oh my God, what do we got going on?
Dots, nigga! Fucking dots!
Well, we
dog!
appreciate you joining us. That's a Super Bowl champ, Vita Vea. He's smoking, I guess, a massive stogie too, from what I've been told from behind the scenes back there. Oh, I guess he had a big old boy sitting in there on the porch down there in Tampa. Big porch wherever he's at. He's done good. Big man, big rings. Big fucking front porch when I got to see him. Hey, I love that guy. Yeah. All right, let's get to a break. On the other side, we'll answer some phone calls and talk about some other things that are going on in the world. Cam Newton, obviously that situation is Cam. I have something to say about it. It's a talk show. I have to. So you literally have to say stuff about stuff. I have something to say about that particular type of stuff, which seems to be happening on a more regular basis these days. Deion Sanders' shit got stolen, but the person that was doing the stealing was caught red-handed by one of the staff members who was found. This was taking away from a massive 53-0 win. The debut of Coach Prime Time. Max Homa won. J.J. Watt needs some time, please. Get off his ass. All right? Big decision. Like DoorDash. By the way, maybe the most relatable thing J.J. Watt has put out there. Yeah. We will scroll through that thing and get to the bottom. Then you realize you're at the section where it's going to take 2 hours and 45 minutes to get to where you're at. Yeah. So then you got to scroll all the way back up to the top and say, fuck it, what am I going to settle for tonight? Whatever's fastest. And then normally there's a couple options there. Then you got to whittle that down. J.J. said, listen, it takes me an hour before I even pick a DoorDash. Now he's in Wisconsin at his log cabin, so who knows how many options there are. But get off his ass when he's trying to figure out what team he's going to go to. The man needs to scroll a bit. Get to a break. 1-888-MAD-DOG-6. Phone calls on the other side. This is the Pat McAfee Show, Monday, February 22nd, 2021. Sirius XM Channel 82, Mad Dog Sports Radio. We have to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah, no big deal. Classic trial by combat situation. We got our champion, Dylan Bostic. All he's got to do, win the match, 1, 2, 3, and we're home safe.
The only man that would take the job to protect us from the devil himself, Dylan Bostic.
Like you mentioned, Pat, there's probably about 5 or 6 other guys we'd rather have in this position, but we'll take Bostic, I guess.
Not only are all of our souls on the line, the Office Championship Wrestling Championship presented by Natural Light is also on the line.
Jesus, the devil's trying to put Bostic right to hell!
I do not want to do
Good God, no!
Don't do
Good
it!
God, no! Come on, Bostic, man!
Oh, no!
I'll see you in hell, Pat. The goddamn Easter Bunny's out here! What the hell's he doing here?
The Easter Bunny is obviously here to help Dylan Bostic.
did a good job. I want to hear sex with this Instagram model talk. I'm trying. I'm shooting my shots, dog. I'm shooting my shots.
Every day is game day for these guys. It's showtime on the Pat McAfee Show.
This beautiful Monday is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming and trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. If you're on the market for some beautiful balls, we have an exclusive offer for listeners and watchers of this show. 20% off and free shipping by going to manscaped.com/Pat. To the United States, Canada, Australia, and the UK.
Oh, okay.
They're shipping everywhere. 20% off and free shipping. That's a bad idea.
How are they making money?
I don't know, but Australian balls, I can't wait for you to feel the Lawnmower 3.0 because Manscaped has created the greatest below-the-waist grooming tools on earth, and they're losing a significant amount of money to ship it to Australia, I would assume, in this free shipping thing. Let's take advantage of manscaped.com/Pat. I tried to buy 2 goats from Australia one time.
How'd that go?
The goats themselves are only a few $100s.
Fuck off me, dog! Get the fuck off me, dog!
It's a big time chicken piece.
Yo!
10,000.
Screen record that
Turned out
shit.
Vincent Van Gogh and
Wow, little boy.